Und es geht weiter mit Let's Play Fake Order. Ich bin es am Superfix. Beim letzten Mal waren wir hier auf Thetis Island und haben dort hier die eigentlich verfeindeten Achilles als auch Paris hier gewonnen. Leute, es ist aktuell ein Waffenstillstand. Achilles ist aktuell ganz, sagt, ey Leute, wir müssen kämpfen. Und deswegen verzeihe ich einfach mal Paris, dass er hier meinen Bro Achilles getötet hat. Liebe Leute, noch akzeptieren wir ihn. Nun gut, wir segeln nun weiter. Unser Ziel ist es hier unten die Insel hier von, keine Ahnung. Die Perser Island, glaube ich, hieß sie. Dort ist nämlich hier feste Schmiedestelle und mit Achilles Rüstung, die wir nun haben, sollten wir schaffen können, eine Waffe, ein Artefakt zu bezwingen, mit dem wir Artemis besiegen können. Nun geht's aber erstmal weiter, Sektion 14, Suffering and Pleasure of Our Life Medicine for Relief. Ha, das war ein viel zu langer Titel. Nun gut, auf den hohen Seen, auf den hohen Wellen, schauen wir einfach mal, was uns hier erwartet. So nice contact. Looks like another machine that has Lamia. Lots of them. All servants on step high. Prepare to deploy for battle. What? Seriously? Alright. Achilles? Yeah? Paris has shown us what he can do. But you can't say that that's yet the same. If you really are able to fight, then you shouldn't have any problem proving it to us. Master? What's up? Now that Jason said his piece, I want you to know what you think. Huh? You're rocking into this too? Hell yeah, I am. Don't go around just serving anyone who barks orders at me. As long as he's okay. That's what you're worried about, huh? I can say it's not slowing me down, but it's not gonna stop me wiping the floor with a bunch of weaklings. Hup! Feels a little weird to be floating on water, but it's nothing I can handle. Okay, kiddies, time to learn why I was renowned as the strongest hero of the Trojan War. Here I go. For the record, the strongest hero, bla bla bla. Leute, müssen wir wirklich Waffenruhe haben? Ich versuche dir zu verzeihen, aber irgendwie klappt das nicht. Nee. Hör auf, meinen guten Achilles zu strapazieren. Das führt zu nichts guten Paris. Also, dann schauen wir jetzt mal, wieso Achilles mein Bro ist. Der seltsamste Skadi-Looper, der irgendwie seltsames Refund-mäßig hier immer läuft und nicht so richtig gut refunden kann. Aber ein so cooler Typ ist, Mann. Er ist so cool, Mann, und ich freue mich, ihn hier zu nutzen. Er ist einfach so ein Bro, Mann. Ganz einfach, Mann. Ich sage, es ist so geil. Lostbelt 4 Skana, mein ultimative Bro für Apocrypha und dann halt nochmal Achilles, Mann. Ist echt schwer zu sagen, wen ich von den beiden lieber mag. So. Einmal. Zweimal. Wollen wir mal kurz schauen, das dauert 3 Runden, ja. Ich bin gespannt, ob wir es schaffen. So, könnt klappen. Und es ist halt, okay, perfekt gefahren. Und man muss halt auch klipp und klar sagen, es ist eines der schönsten MPs im Spiel, Mann. Wir würden es sogar 3-mal schaffen, denke ich mal. So. Weil, was macht der? 30%, genau. Wir hätten ja hier nochmal, also wir hätten sogar 3 Refunds geschafft, Mann. Aber ich denke, das wird nicht unbedingt nötig sein. Egal, haben wir trotzdem was raus. Müssen wir die Chance nutzen, wenn wir schon meinen guten Achilles spielen können. Aber MP5! Aber nur Level 80. Er ist ja nicht bei voller Stärke, aber wie er gesagt hat, liebe Leute, das ist nicht bei voller Stärke. Das ist nicht bei voller Stärke. Also, guck mal, mein Sonic hier. So, und Waver langt jetzt nicht endlich mal für Bond 11, Mann. Oh, bitte nicht, Mann. Ich will nicht, dass Waver Bond 11 ist. Da muss ich nämlich immer einen neuen Bond-Grill geben. Ich hab nur noch einen. And done. Well, Master, what do you think? I might not be at my best, but my speed and strength there are still nothing to squeeze at, right? That was your best? Really? Nope. At my true speed, you wouldn't be able to see me at all. The fact that I was visible at all this time just proves how weakened I still am. Well, here. Have a heal just in case. Den hat er ernsthaft nicht gebraucht. Huh? I mean, I wasn't all that hurt and I've healed up on my own in a little while anyway. But thanks, I appreciate it. Ach Leute, der ist so cool. So, was machen wir jetzt? Ja, okay, Master. I got a little dizzy. Viel zu viel heilen oder viel zu viel Servants vielleicht. Using a mystic heart again immediately after battle really takes a lot out of you. Vielleicht haben wir auch langsam zu viel Servant. Wow, you're alright. Yes, Senpai, lean on me. I'll take you back to your room. Thanks. Ich glaube, wir hatten noch nie so eine große Gefolgschaft auch an Servants hier. Hey, you got a minute? What's up, Medicado? Well, überleg dich mal. Medicado, Achilles, Chio, Mesh. Okay, Da Vinci haben wir jetzt nicht. Dann haben wir hier noch. Ja, ich weiß nicht. Eigentlich schon. Da Vinci, Sherlock, das sind ja auch mehr oder weniger. Okay, na, ich weiß nicht. Okay, fangen wir nochmal von neu an. Also, Ryan. Dann hier unseren kleinen Wollknäuelfreund, Paris, Achilles, Chio, Medicado, Jason. Das werden immer und immer mehr. Und irgendjemand habe ich wahrscheinlich vergessen, aber hey. Und Ryan. Ryan natürlich. Das wird anstrengend. I'm okay, thanks, Fu. Is it Mesh? Come in. Wonder who could it be? Come in. Wer könnte es so sein? Hä? Ja, got a minute. Sure, what's up? I just felt like having a chat, Seven to Master. Oh, bitte erzähl deine Geschichte von damals, ne? Besides, I never finished my story. Genau wie hier das Schwert von Hector gesucht hat. No, see, that's the thing. I did find it, just like I wanted to, but... Er war ein Idiot, hat er gesagt, gell? But before we get back to the stupid antics, and I apologize in advance if I'm way too base or offline here, but do you think you might be being a little too overeager? No, wait, that's not so clear at all, is it? What I mean is, you're sure you're not pushing yourself too hard or trying to act more positive than you feel? Asked because I couldn't help but notice when you healed Achilles earlier. You look like you were pushing yourself way too hard, especially even after you're already tired from fighting. I even walked up the courage to ask Da Vinci about. And she said you usually don't heal servants after a battle like that at all. So it sounds like before you usually had a pretty good idea when you save strength and when you go all out. Well, if something changed, I'm sure there's a reason, and it might not only really be my place to pry, but if it's okay with you, maybe we could talk about it. We might have something in common. I've been feeling some strange urgency ever since we got to this Lostbelt. Urgency, huh? So that's why you haven't been acting like yourself. Oh, sorry, if what I'm about to say is kind of rude. Like I told you before, I'm a supporting character in the legend of Charlemagne. Sure, there's some stories that focus on my personal exploits, but in the end I'm just an adversary there to be defeated. So really I'm just strong enough to make the battle compelling, that's it. Hell, the only reason I'm alright is because I stole a horse for more famous than me. Beryl Gut was his name. If it wasn't for the story, I might have been someone at all, basically. You see, you're saying that as a fellow weakling, you understand what I'm going through. Well, yeah. Don't get me wrong though, I don't actually think you're weak, and I know Mesh doesn't either. But as a hero with a hell of an inferiority complex, well, let's just say like Ragnars's. I want to say you're wrong. No, you might be right. I knew it. Guess my intuition's not completely useless after all. The other master, Kirishia, right? He was pretty amazing, wasn't he? No way. Not even a little. Huh? Listen, master. That guy's just like me. He's nothing special. When you're really strong, you can live your life elegantly and you never have to make any hard choices. When he attacked us, I was nearly knocked out cold and almost taken out of commission for good. But you kept your wits about you. And above all, you survived. That's what I call amazing. Listen. A guy like me, I never measure up to the likes of Achilles or Heracles. Hell, while I wish it wasn't the case, I don't think I can even be the Ruggiero, no matter how many times I fight him. As for why it is, well, it's kind of a long story. I went on an adventure. I swore I was going to become a hero, the likes of which had never been seen before. One with tales of daring so dazzling they'd make the whole world gasp in awe. I traveled near and far, and at long last I found the sacred sword I'd been looking for. But you essentially stole it, Mercado. You have no more rightful claim to it than a stray dog to a dead man's bones. It wasn't the incredible reward I thought I'd find at the end of my adventure. All I did was snatch something a love-crazed knight threw away, like a dog rotting through a dumpster. Roland had thrown the Randall away, and I'd taken it for myself. I did run into some trouble when I found it, but that didn't matter. They said it was no different than if I'd stolen it. Once I defeated Cerberino and once saw the sword from him, I went around bragging about being a hero who had it all. And I was so hopped up on that cycling of getting the legendary sword for myself that I didn't think twice about it. As for what happened next, well, I think I'll just give you the short version. I lost to Bradamante's lover, Ruggiero. I was wearing Hector's armor, wielding the Randall, and I still couldn't beat him. Sure, Ruggiero was a hell of a hero and he did have a demonic sword. But there's no doubt my weapon was better. I think that's probably why I didn't bring that sword with me when I was summoned as a servant. Because in exchange for that sword, I gave him something I shouldn't have. Something important. I know how you feel. Gotcha. Well then, it was worth embarrassing myself. Anyway, getting back to the main point. Just to be clearly, we never once thought you were third rate. But if in spite of that, you're thinking of yourself as powerless, or that you've got to do something, anything to prove you got what it takes, well, you're just plain wrong. So it would be better if I didn't do anything. No, that's not that. That's not what I mean. I mean, you're already more than proven it. You're being here, standing with us servants. The decision you make, even if you can't but think everything you do is third rate at best, I, have nothing but respect for you. So, it's fine if I mess up? Okay, maybe not exactly fine, but I can always bail you out if I have to. Thanks, my Mikado. I feel better now. Ja, ist so ein guter sogar. Ach Leute, man, ich mag den sogar. Sure thing, I'm glad to hear that. If you'd been all how's this mudding guy trying to cheer me up supposed to help, I'd have jumped straight into my spirit form and never to look back. I'd never say something crazy like that. Good point. You wouldn't, would you? Oh crap. I probably shouldn't be this frank with you, seeing how you're my master now. I don't mind, ich find's super. But it's, you know, improper and stuff. Really, it's fine. Well, okay, if you insist, but it still doesn't seem right to me. I mean, being this frank with each other is usually something reserved for friends and such. I guess that makes us friends then. Das wollte ich hören. Friends? But I'm like the smopy awkward downer. Ihr Gesichtsausdruck. And a frustrated servant and a bad guy. At least for Charlemagne's as far as Charlemagne's side is concerned. If you go around calling me your friend, people are gonna start throwing rocks at you and stuff. Ach Leute, Mann, ich muss ja alles screenshotten, weil er ist aber so gut, Mann. Lass die Steine auf mich schmeißen. Even if it happens, don't friends stick up for each other? Ah, that's right. I forgot that this master most endearing quality is the way he gets along with pretty much everyone. So of course he got along with being friends if I suggested it. Maricado? Yes, I mean, okay, yeah. Then, I guess from now on, you're now officially friends. Although, in that case, I'd probably be weird if I call you Master, huh? Just call me Maxi. Aber nur wenn ich dich Manry nennen kann. Well, I think I still have to go with Master in battle and such. Well, seriously throw me off, but... okay then, in general I call you, Maxi. From now on. Just don't blame me if you regret this later. I won't, das will ich ganz sicher nicht. Alright, if you're sure. Okay, Maxi, make sure to stay warm and get plenty of sleep, okay? Great. Now I sound more like a parent than a friend. Good night, buddy. God, that hit me way harder than I thought. Ach, Leute, Mann. Er ist so ein Bro, Mann. Er ist so cool, Mann. I think I'm gonna sleep really well tonight. Und er ist so derbe sympathisch, Mann. Und das Schlimmste ist halt trotzdem, dass es so seltsam ist, dass er so richtig so verklemmt ist und seltsam, Mann. Der hat einfach so viel Herz, der Typ, Mann. Mich wundert es ja nicht, dass er seiner Brust rausspringt. Also, ach, liebe Leute, also, er ist mein Lostbelt 5 Server aktuell, Mann. Und das heißt schon was bei solchen coolen Charakteren wie, Ryan und so. Also, ist schon ein Statement, liebe Leute. Toll, Mann. Ach, Leute, das war ein sehr schönes Kapitel. And ever since that day I voted to never stop. Oh, verdammt, ihm habe ich gestern bei meiner Zählung vergessen, alle Servants zu haben. Loving him nice for as long as I lived. That was quite a tale of adventure, wasn't it, Master? Trying too hard to speak. Yeah, you can use this hanky. Though, you know, this is quite an adventure we are on right now, too. I certainly never experienced anything like this back when I was alive. This may be inappropriate for me to say, but I'm having a great deal of fun. I'm too. Yeah, I'm glad you feel the same way. Usually we only get a single life to live. That's the one-time only adventure in its own right. You know, if that's not improper of me to ask, what if you guys really want to do here? Oh, and I don't mind the obvious things like defeating this Lostbelt, helping Master and saving the world. I mean, other more personal kinds of things if you have any. I figured sharing them could add to the fun. I'm not sure. I mean, I definitely do want to be useful to Master. But you're talking about things apart from that, right? Exactly. The more selfish, the better in this case. Er wünscht sich natürlich nur eine Welt voller Leute, die hier ihre Augen verdeckt haben. For example, in my case, I'm hoping to get to meet the beautiful hidden eyes of the love of my life. Gotcha. If nothing else, you definitely know what you like, don't you? Oh, yes. Let's see, what do I want? This is tougher than I thought. My wish to make a new friend, I can just be myself with Kandor already came true, so... It did? Does that mean you're now friends with Orion and Achilles? Nah, nothing like that. Those guys are just colleagues. Anyway, I remember now. Mensch, sei nicht so ernst, dass du mein Boy, Mann! I wanted the same thing I've always wanted. To be a great knight. Oh, that's a surprise. You may have been portrayed as a villain in the Legend of Charlemagne, but I was under the impression you were already a fully fledged knight who had been on grand adventures. Well, I guess I did accomplish enough that I could be a little humble and say something like, oh, it wasn't that big a deal. No, that's not good enough. I'm gonna stick with wanting to become a great knight. I see. Well, seeing as your hidden eye depth is E-rank, I don't think you'll need any words of encouragement from me. Yeah. Wait, what's hidden eye depth? How about you, Miss Corday? If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? I don't think I should be free to do whatever I want. You don't? Well, that's a quite unique perspective. And why do you think that? Isn't it obvious? The reason I ended up as a servant is because I fought freely. It looks like Mesh already knows what I'm talking about.
I don't have any accomplishments to speak of. I never achieved anything great like Drake. I never had any stories told about me like Jason. I never had any adventures like my Ricardo, and I was never a figure of myth like Orion. I'm just a dumb assassin who committed a single murder that didn't amount to anything useful. I thought about what I could do on my own, came up with a plan on my own, and tried to help save my country on my own, only for it all to end up being completely meaningless. I'm a dumb, empty-headed assassin. That's all I ever be. So I don't have any right to decide for myself. Not when there's no point in my even being alive. I don't agree with that. Why not? I overheard some strange things being said while I was sawing on the ocean's current, so I'm going to cut in. If that was all it took to negate the point of living, there'd be none of Bartholomew or me being alive either. I'm a purely conceptual being, nothing more than a phantom spirit made of the mix of heroic and divine parts. And as for Bartholomew's accomplishments were all, well, terrible. Haha, I can't argue with that. It's true, I made no contributions to human history whatsoever. I can't even claim to be the most notable pirate. That was all that idiot Blackbeard's doing. And the other pirate servants all have much more interesting stories to tell than I do. Take, say, Anbori and Mary Reed. They are nothing if not memorable, right? Voila, just like that, there's no point in my existence either. Don't be silly. Those things couldn't be more different. Now, Miss Corday, when you get right down to it, they're exactly the same. He's right. Ultimately, there's no point to most people's life. I just happened to survive by sheer luck. Really? Und durch Mesh. That's true. If Director Olga Marie hadn't happened to have kicked you out of the room back then, it's very possible that none of us would be here right now. Though of course you can and should take full credit for the amazing things you accomplished as Afterward Master. Oh Mesh, ich weiß doch, dass du mich lieb hast. As your very first servant, I couldn't be more proud to serve you. Fufu! How about you, Jason? Where do you stand on the discussion? What? You mean, do I think there's any meaning to life? What kind of boring question is that? It's just a matter of which point in your life you decide to look at. Is it only worth moving ahead with life if there's somewhat greater meaning to your existence? And conversely, if there isn't any meaning to your existence, does that mean you should just die? Because if that were the case, all of humanity besides me would have gone extinct long ago. Did you really just say what I think he said? Talk about confidence. Ha ha ha! You can all bow to me now. Yes, sir. You're nuts. Why would you actually listen to him? Well, I don't really know what he's talking about, but it sounded really wise. Damn it, you're even more killable than I thought. Schlimmstes Achilles denkt sich, der Typ hat mich getötet. Hi, Apollo here. I think what you meant to say was pure and innocent. Do you even know how to make yourself useful? So somebody else did what I wasn't able to do, huh? Yes, you may be right. But in that case, what's the point in you even being here? Maybe life doesn't have any meaning. Huh? There isn't? But it doesn't mean meeting new people isn't still exciting. I'm sorry, my mind is still trying to process what you said. So, life doesn't have any meaning. And this pain, I feel, is normal. Yet, despite all that, a meeting like this is exciting. So even though there's no point to my existence, that doesn't mean it's wrong for me to be here. It doesn't prove to refute anything on its own. Messi. Olga und Romani kommt jetzt. Oh, Romani. Das ist immer das Schmerzvollste. Da Vinci. In ihrer noch Casterform. Und Solomon Goetia. Rasputin. Koyanskaya. Gordy. Ein langer Weg. Und all diese John, Nero, Drake, Mordred, Nightingale, Beatty, Enki,
Anastasia, Kadoc, Ophelia, Akuta, Pepe. Wir hatten dazwischen noch Shan Yu und natürlich Sigurd. Ach, ein langer, langer Weg.
I see. So you've met lots of different people and had to say goodbye to most of them. And even though you must have been through a lot of hardship, you're still able to smile like that. Can I ask you something? Do you remember when we first met?
You mean when you saved my life?
That's right. I remembered I was overcome with emotion and I cried. I'd never once been of any use to anyone, now when I was alive, nor after my death. So when I did something useful for you, that was the first time I ever did something useful for the world. That got me wondering whether I even deserve to be a part of something so wonderful. And that's why I started crying.
Is it through the servitude that your life will have meaning? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I was just spacing out a bit. Thank you, Master. I really love you.
Hä? Nee, danke.
What? What? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant, that you're a great master and someone I really respect. Oh, I see. And that I completely agree. I'm very proud to have Maxi as my master.
Oh dear, if you're going to have a lover's quarrel, take it to the Argo. I don't allow that sort of thing here on the Royal Fortune.
What's that?
Because unsightly squabbles like that always end up reducing hidden ice purity levels. I don't allow lover's quarrel in the Argo either. Know why? Wieso wohl? Siehe mit dir. Because in Greece doing anything romantic in nature is tantamount to asking for death. Trust me.
I can tell you speak from painful experience.
Anyway, that's enough chit chat. It won't be long till we reach our destination now. Got it.
Let's go, ready to disembark, Master.
Miss Corday?
Oh, please don't call me Miss.
My apologies, Lady Corday. I just wanted to say that was quite the front you put up there.
You're very perceptive, aren't you, Bartholomew?
Well, I expect I have a big leg up on the most when it comes to things of the sort. That said, you weren't exactly hard to read.
Do you think I regret if I don't say anything?
Regrets and parting are intrigues parts of life, Lady Corday, especially now that you're a servant.
Life really doesn't ever go the way you want to, does it? Not even when you're got a second chance at it.
I see. Then I take it my suspicions right on the mark.
I say, they were right on the money, damn it.
Dass sie uns liebt? Dass sie, ach, keine Ahnung. Ja. Wie gesagt, ich finde Corday von unserem Squad, um ehrlich zu sein, den uninteressantesten Charaktermann. Und ganz jetzt davon, dass mein Indikator ist mir so angetan, da fand ich das ein bisschen schwach. Aber na gut, liebe Leute. Beim nächsten Mal geht es dann hier weiter. Wir werden dann endlich hier Perser Island halten und vielleicht unsere göttervernichtende Waffe dann hier schon bekommen. Dann würde ich sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal. Haut rein, auf Wiedersehen. Ciao.